care. Nothing. But Senator Rand Paul's tacked an amendment to defend Planned Parenthood onto a highway bill. And Democrats had to pull a veterans health bill because Republicans tried to use that to attack Planned Parenthood. Senator Patty Murray called them out.
I know some Republicans are trying to use this latest issue as just one more opportunity to roll back the clock and take away women's health care options. We can have that fight. We've had it many times before. But we should not be putting veterans into the middle of it. Don't take something that should be above politics, our sacred duty to our veterans, and pull it down in the muck of petty politics.
If Republicans want to fight about women's health care, they should say it and not go after veterans while they do it. Joining me now is Jess McIntosh of Emily's List and Laura Bassett, who covers women's rights and those issues around women's rights for the Huffington Post. Thank you both for being here.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Jess, we've seen a lot of Republican efforts over the years to defund Planned Parenthood, but why go after the veterans in the process?
Yeah, so every time Republicans try to defund Planned Parenthood, they overplay their hand. We saw this the last time. They almost forced a government shutdown when they wanted to defund Planned Parenthood. That went really poorly for them, but it did take a couple weeks to build up to that. In this case, they overplayed their hand within days, within hours, and they did it for a bill to help wounded veterans have children. I mean, if any bill is going to appeal across the aisle to Republican women, to anybody who counts themselves as pro-family, right, it's Senator Murray's. And they're willing to tank helping wounded veterans have children for a thoroughly discredited smear campaign against one of the nation's largest healthcare providers, which, by the way, 1 in 5 women has visited personally.
You know, Laura, let me dig into that a little deeper, because I mentioned, as Jess has, about Republicans bringing down the veterans bill with an anti-Planned Parenthood amendment. But I want to talk about what that veterans bill would have done. It would have provided fertility treatment, counseling, and paid for adoption expenses for veterans with infertility conditions incurred or aggravated while on active duty. I mean, it's really a noble goal. Shouldn't it be above politics?
Well, it was above politics. It was bipartisan. It was fairly non-controversial. The bill helps wounded women veterans have children. It helps them get fertility treatments. And no one was really objecting to that until Senator Tom Tillis tried to attach an amendment that says, oh, also, we don't want to allow the VA to work with any organization that sells fetal parts. First of all, Planned Parenthood has not been shown to sell fetal parts. The videos that have been released so far have proven nothing about that. Right. And secondly, the sale of fetal parts, or the alleged sale of it, has nothing to do with veterans' health. It has nothing to do with in vitro fertilization. It has no business being on that bill. So that speaks to the deeply political nature of this situation.
Jess, you talked about Planned Parenthood, and there are a lot of misconceptions about what Planned Parenthood does. But there are some facts. It provides care to 5 million people a year, mostly contraception, cancer screenings, and STL treatment. Just 3% of its health services are abortion services, and laws already prohibit federal funds from paying for abortion. So in the last time Republicans tried to defund Planned Parenthood in 2011, it nearly brought us to a government shutdown. I mean, do they really want to pick another fight over women's health issues and women's health care?
I mean, if they had shown any inclination to learn from past mistakes, the answer to that would be no. But they haven't. They seem more than willing to throw women under the bus every time they need a political boost. And Laura's absolutely right. The fact that they're willing to attach it to this bill is only relevant because it deals with women's health. That's the only tie-in between their Planned Parenthood non-scandal and Patty Murray's bill to help wounded veterans have children. abortion. It's about women's health. So they seem really happy to get in the mix whenever they can restrict or make it harder for women to get the whole round of healthcare options that they need. And women know this. The reality of women's experiences with Planned Parenthood is exactly what you just said. Most of us have been there for birth control, to get questions answered. I went in college because I liked that better than I liked my student doctors. I mean, that's our reality. And Republicans just don't seem to realize that women know better than they do on these issues of women's health. And that's why the backlash is so swift every time they try to take it down.
Most Republicans, most Republican candidates, let me put it that way, are now after Planned Parenthood. But Hillary Clinton said while they have to answer questions, the group does important work. Let me play that for you, Laura.
Unfortunate that Planned Parenthood has been the object of such a concerted attack for so many years. I'm hoping that this situation will not further undermine the very important services that Planned Parenthood provides across our country.
How significant is this that Hillary Clinton has come out and said this?
I think it's extremely significant that a Democratic presidential candidate was willing to come forward and defend Planned Parenthood, especially considering the inflammatory nature of the videos. I think Democrats have been a little bit hesitant to say anything about the videos, mainly because there's been a congressional investigation launched and all the facts haven't completely come out, and supposedly there's more videos coming out, and I think they're afraid of saying something and then having it turn out that Planned Parenthood was doing something illegal. But Hillary Clinton is kind of sticking her neck out for Planned Parenthood and saying, look, this is an organization that provides birth control to low-income women. They do STD testing. They do STD treatment. They do all kinds of things that have nothing to do with abortion. And let's not lose the forest for the trees here. We are attacking a massive healthcare organization that, for a lot of people, is the only healthcare that they get.
Jess McIntosh and Laura Bassett, thank you both for your time tonight.
Thanks, Rob. Thank you.